We need to address the foolishness that is Eunchae's vocal prowess or lack thereof. It's time to shatter the illusion that she possesses some mystical, deep voice, when in reality, what you're hearing isn't a deep voice but desperation, where the poor girl is barely keeping her head above water during live performances, clinging onto her last breath for dear life. Yet somehow, stans are out here making more excuses than a cheating partner caught red-handed rather than accepting the fact that she struggles to sing live. Unfortunately for Eunchae, her vocal skills are about as impressive as a deflating balloon. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, yet fans continue to shower her with praise, as if mediocrity is suddenly the new gold standard. I swear, the bar for talent is so low, it's practically underground. What's truly mind-boggling is the sheer refusal to acknowledge the obvious. Are we so blinded by fandom loyalty that we've lost all sense of objectivity? It's time to wake up and stop making excuses. Seriously, enough with the excuses, enough with the undeserved praise. It's high time we stop making excuses and stop praising lackluster performances. And if that means admitting that maybe, just maybe, they can't sing even if their lives depended on it, then so be it. Because in the end, honesty trumps delusion every single time. I'm sure you guys have heard ILLIT's debut song by now, and if I'm going to be honest, it's painfully a hot mess. Is HYBE trying to ride the coattails of New Jeans' success with another group? It sure seems like it. I know it's dumb to compare ILLIT to New Jeans since they just debuted and things may change further along in their careers. I just can't help to think that ILLIT comes off as a wannabe New Jeans with their debut track, Magnetic, and let me tell you, it's straight up garbage. No, the biggest insult is the chorus, please don't even get me started bro. The you, like it's magnetic, you, like it's magnetic, bay, dash da. Are we really doing this again after the atrocity of Cake? And to show you how embarrassing this is, I've heard more coherent babbling from a toddler. And don't even get me started on the verses. They're just passable, nothing more. But that chorus is just downright awful. What irks me the most is how there is no effort being put in bridges anymore, because that bridge was drier than the Sahara Desert and about as exciting as watching paint dry. Seriously, is this the best they could come up with after that dumpster fire of a survival show? Honestly, where have the standards gone? ILLIT's debut is proof that the bar is really in hell. And it's a shame. Someone needs to tell that hard-headed punk YG that keeping Baby Monster locked away in some dungeon is a recipe for disaster. Do you honestly think anyone will give a flying F about them if you're not even bothering to promote them on music shows or get them on variety shows? For the love of God, they're not Blackpink. And they sure as hell aren't going to hit the magical jackpot of popularity with limited promotion. Blackpink had decent promotions early on in their careers, so why is it hard for Baby Monster to get the same respect? All I have to say is that YG Entertainment should be proud of themselves. Their management skills are like trying to navigate a maze blindfolded with a map written in invisible ink. Baby Monster deserves better than this BS, and it's a clear sign that YG Entertainment couldn't manage a lemonade stand, let alone a girl group. And while we're at it, how about giving Baby Monster some decent music and an identity? They're drowning in a sea of mediocrity, and it's time to throw them a life raft. So, YG, do us all a huge favor, not just for K-pop fans but for humanity as a whole. Please pull your head out of your buttocks and start managing your talent like you give SHH before it's too late. My oh my, producers these days must be taking lessons from the How to Ruin a Perfectly Good Song handbook. Giving idols interesting verses and pre-choruses only to slap us with a chorus that's about as appealing as rotting leftovers. It's like they're trying to see how much disappointment we can stomach in one sitting. And let's talk about how those bastards gave us false hope with the anticipation, building it up with verses and pre-choruses just to leave us hanging with a chorus that's as exciting as listening to politicians and standing in line. Amazing, guys, just wonderful, you piece of shh. And as for SM Entertainment's brilliant idea to give this dumpster fire of a song Plan A and Plan B. Seriously? It's like they're saying, hey, we know this song sucks, but just in case you didn't get the memo, here's Plan A and Plan B to not make it seem like this song is totally not atrocious and is really cool. Honestly, it's a comeback after a scandal, not a tutorial on how to piss fans off in seconds. If this was supposed to be a successful comeback, maybe start with a chorus that doesn't make people want to rip their ears off, just saying. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it's not possible. As long as toxic beauty standards, unhealthy diet culture, and obsession with whiteness, which are the pillars holding up this profit-driven circus, the K-pop industry will remain the same as it was for many generations. Sure, some idols try to challenge the status quo, but let's face it, they're swimming against a tsunami of conformity. The sad truth is that the industry thrives on conformity, and those who dare to defy it are swiftly swept under the rug. Yes, it's true that they received praise as well for challenging the K-pop industry, but that praise is only short-lived. Idols will be forced to uphold the status quo no matter what. And let's not forget about the cherry on top, with idols consistently missing the mark when attempting to enact change. It's like watching a toddler try to solve a Rubik's Cube, clumsy, ineffective, and ultimately futile. So, sorry to disappoint, but the K-pop industry is as immovable as Mount Everest. Until we collectively smash the toxic norms that prop it up, we're stuck in this never-ending cycle of exploitation and conformity. Unfortunately, that change isn't coming anytime soon. I saw a video 8 months ago about how sneakers did not ruin ITZY, Wannabe did. According to OP, she analyzed the criticism surrounding ITZY's recent releases and argues that their breakout song, Wannabe, set high expectations that subsequent tracks couldn't meet, but the criticism didn't begin with their song, Sneakers. I'm going to have to disagree with what she said. Even though it was true that Wannabe placed high expectations on them and that it was their follow-up releases that fell short of the mark and caused the criticism, I believe that Sneakers was the nail in the coffin that stunted their growth. That song was a living proof of JYP Entertainment's lack of musical direction for ITZY. Not to mention the horrendous marketing surrounding Checkmate, giving the false illusion that ITZY would debut with a royal concept with those teasers only to say Psyche and give us those atrocious Y2K teasers is like asking the audience to distance themselves far away from that group. It was one of the biggest, unseen sabotages I've ever witnessed. And let's not forget the times when groups had songs that performed really well and, afterward, their other releases performed well also. It's not a matter of not being able to beat their song that put them on top, but rather JYP not knowing what they're doing. JYP seriously needs to take a step back and evaluate their strategy. They should look at why their previous releases did well and what went wrong with their most recent releases. They should also look at how their competitors are doing and what they're up to. Chungha just never disappoints with her music. I enjoyed this comeback so much, and she definitely looked ready to take back the spotlight. The verses drew me in quickly, and her voice sounded too good. I just wish this song had a pre-chorus, but the chorus on the other hand, was enjoyable. Oh dear, don't even get me started on the bridge. Finally, a bridge that gave me goosebumps. Too many times I've listened to music where the bridge is either absent or underwhelming. But Mother Chungha came and showed you how it's done. Overall, it was a good comeback. One minor issue, I know that her previous company failed her, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I'm going to miss the expensive budget she used to receive for her MVs. Although I liked this comeback, the budget was screaming for help. The visuals were lacking that wow factor that I was used to seeing with Chungha's music videos. But her talent and charisma still shine through, proving that she doesn't need a massive budget to deliver a great performance. I am excited to see what she comes up with next, regardless of the budget constraints. Mother Chungha never fails to impress. Given how many bad choices their company made that ultimately led to their demise, I believe it is best for Kepler to go their separate ways. It seems like more people are talking about the top groups these days than Kepler. They are a sad case of mismanagement and wasted potential. It's a shame to see a group with such talent and potential fall by the wayside due to poor leadership and decision-making. Not to sound too harsh, but they came from a TV show that was a complete bust and had a lineup that neither fans nor critics had ever approved of. It's extremely disheartening to witness a group with such promise struggle to establish themselves in the cutthroat K-pop scene, especially in light of the terrible comebacks and concept changes that gave the impression that Kepler lacked a distinct direction or identity. Despite the setbacks, there is still hope for the members individually, of course. Once they disband, hopefully, the members of Kepler can find success on their own paths and leave this chapter behind them. Well, looks like that fool YG has done it again, dropping another auditory catastrophe on our unsuspecting ears. Seriously, all they had to do was give us a chorus that didn't make us want to gouge our eardrums out. But nope, instead we're treated to a cacophony of screeching that had me praying for temporary deafness. Brava YG, brava. And let's not even get started on those rap verses. It was like listening to a drunken parrot trying to recite Shakespeare. Can someone please get these girls a decent writer? YG's turning them into a living joke just like Ariana Grande's relationships. But hey, I will give credit where it's due, the bridge gave me chills. Until those creepy whispers and that cringe-worthy outro ruined the moment. I'm talking about the stupid chanting that for some reason YG can't seem to let go of. For the love of God, it's 2024 YG, time to ditch the EDM and join the rest of us in this century. Listening to this dumpster fire of a song is proof that YG Entertainment is stuck in a musical time warp. Do us all a favor and keep your group's mouths shut until you can give them something worth listening to. Let's give a round of applause to YG, the mastermind of repetitive, non-evolving dog sheesh music. I just want to say congratulations for giving B-Bitch TV the cold shoulder, but seriously, it's high time Cookie Shit got the memo too. I mean, come on, are stans still supporting that garbage? They're practically the poster child for spreading misinformation and being as biased as a drunk referee. After successfully ignoring the rotting garbage that is B-Bitch TV, why not spare yourself the headache and ditch Cookie Shit too? How many times do K-tubers have to scream from the rooftops that these channels are pure trash before people start getting the hint? Now, I'll admit, I'm not exactly a beacon of purity myself, but at least I'm not contributing to the landfill of nonsense like those two clowns. It's like they're stuck in a Groundhog Day loop of stupidity, repeating the same nonsense over and over again, no matter how many times they get called out. So, here's a frigging novel idea, let's all just collectively pretend that Cookie Shit doesn't exist. Trust me, your sanity will thank you. If you guys are not convinced that this channel is extremely worthless and you love unfiltered honesty with a sprinkle of sarcasm with no holding back, then go ahead and like, subscribe and click that notification bell rosaries to get more content. I would appreciate it very much if you guys support this flop of a channel LOL. Also, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section down below. I'm anticipating what you guys have to say. Alright, until next time, bye.